Back. Hello. My technology is like, it's just that month. It's just that time. Let's just go with the flow, that row your boat. No, actually, I did it on the Moonlight Moment last night. Shine on, Harvest Moon. Welcome to episode 49. So exciting. Living well today. I'm Angela. Moonin, like love you to the moon and back. And on Living Well today, we explore what living a balanced life can look like. Living in harmony within ourselves, within our family, our neighborhood, our community, our world, and at work as well, of course. So, and there's Malibu on her scratch pad because she knows that Mama is doing a show. So it's without fail. She's either on my lap, jumps up on she's always in tune with when I'm going live. It's hysterical. Anyway, today's episode is all about letting go so that you can move forward, so that you can move up in your life, in the way you show up, in the way you feel, in the experiences that you have in the day to day. That impacts your resilience. It impacts your creativity. It impacts your every area of your life, your heart, your love, the joy and ease and contentment that you can feel, because we are creative beings. And as creative beings, we want to keep creating. We want to keep experiencing. And we all know what it can feel like to experience the hamster wheel, the same thing over and over, and that feeling of stuckness. And when we can learn, and there are some simple yet profound tools, and today's episode is very much based on tools and giving you some resources and maybe helping you reframe the way to look at a past habit, circumstance, or current circumstance, grudge, something that's holding you back, and how to release that, how to let it go. Because moving forward and moving upward is our natural state. And when you're in resistance to that because of an old story, old muscle memory, old beliefs that are weighing you, literally weighing you down, you are not feeling joy. You're feeling despair. You're not feeling contentment. You're feeling uneasiness and angst. You're not feeling happiness, but sadness and a feeling of longing instead of a feeling of filling up, filling up your cup. Your cup feels less than full. So we want to fill that cup up. We want that cup ever flowing like the wellspring that you naturally are. So, okay. I want to start today. And if you've watched any of these episodes before, I always like to include an inspiring quote, something from someone that impacts me in some way when I read it. And my hope is that by you hearing it, it helps you reflect on something and shine your light brighter. So by C.S. Lewis, one of the greatest minds, writers, philosophers of our time, once said, getting over a painful experience or something we want to let go of is much like crossing the monkey bars on the playground. You have to let go at some point in order to move forward. So if you're hanging on to that other rung and not willing to let it go, how can you move forward? It's not possible. So when we consider progress in our life, how does progress happen? We have to leave what is behind us behind us. And when we cling to that old story, when we cling onto the comfortable, onto the known, even if it's painful, it's known. And often many of us will accept the known because it's less scary, even though it doesn't feel good. Because we know what the pain feels like. We know what the circumstance brings us. So that's better to us than pushing through our fear, or not even pushing through. I don't love pushing, alchemizing the fear, transmuting the fear. You know, it's interesting. I had this conversation with someone who's dear to me recently. We're all frequency, we're all vibration, we're all moving energy. On that energetic scale, anxiety and excitement are actually very close to one another. So it's just a shift, a quick, slight shift. It's nuance. We talk often about nuance. Over into that, I'm excited. Rather than nervous or anxious, can you literally even change the words that you're saying into I'm excited? Well, we're going to talk about the power of words today in releasing and in letting go so that you can move forward. And however you utilize this time, I encourage you this time of harvest, of reaping the seeds that we've sown all summer, all spring and summer. It's also a time of releasing and letting go. And the energy of this powerful harvest supermoon that we're in the midst of. Last night was peak, but it's still here. And so the next couple of days, if you can leverage the power of this to give you that extra momentum you might need to release and to let it go, on the other side of that is a deepening of your own power, a new realizing of what power and your own inner control, the things you can control, how much control you really have in terms of your day-to-day experience. You have immense control. God is within you. God is you. God is a part of you, breathing through you, realizing source is realizing itself outside of you. So as inside of you and outside of you. So as you are experiencing this and you can move through this and let go of the weight, let go of the old story, let go of the monkey bar and swing on, you will experience a deeper, newer level of your own power. And say, wow, I really did that. I created the space to allow for something new and better that serves me better to come in. Nature abhors a vacuum. So when you create that space, something better can come in and fill it up. But if there's a placeholder there, it can't come in. So we're going to talk about clearing, about creating space, about letting go, about releasing. The old stories, the old patterns, the old, things that were fear-based, and move into more joy-based and trust-based, faith-based. It's essential. It's essential for growth. It's essential for your natural state, because staying stuck is not. It's not natural. And you create so much resistance and pain and unnecessary harm and hurt for yourself and those around you, and really for the collective, for the whole, when you stay stuck. So let's start. What does it look like when we don't let go? So we're going to do a comparison. What does it look like when we don't? What does it look like when we do? Picture yourself at a beautiful resort. And there's a gorgeous pool, and there's fountains in the pool, and the light breezes. The ocean's just beyond you. And you're leaving your hotel room to go down to step out and enjoy this gorgeous relaxation and beauty. But there's a rope tied to your waist, tying you into the room. You can't leave the room. You can't go down and do what you want to do. You can't experience the beauty. You can't feel the breeze on your face. You're stuck in the room because the rope is tied to your waist. That rope also has a massive boulder. So there's no moving it. There's just no moving it. That boulder, all that weight of that big rock, it's hurt, it's resentment, it's grudges, it's you're holding on, not forgiving someone about something. I would encourage you, if forgiveness is what you're wanting to release, also watch the episode on forgiveness, because there's a great meditation and some tools in that video about forgiveness. But it's old habits, it's all the gunk, it's all the stuff, that's the old story. Okay. And the tighter you cling on to that rope, the harder it is to leave the room. Right? That just is common sense. So why do we hold on to the rope? Why do we hold on to let that boulder sit there and not break it apart? Past experiences, fear. Oh, I tried that once before and I was disappointed, or I got embarrassed, or shame, guilt around something, resentments. These burdens, these fears of change, or fears of vulnerability, fear of failure, locks us in to that old story. And it's like running with all those burdens with you is like running with a huge backpack full of rocks on your back, and you can't take the backpack off. But the lightness of being comes as you unload. You do have the power to literally take the entire backpack off. But maybe, just maybe, it's easier, and that's okay too, to just take one rock out at a time. One rock out at a time. Because the longer you hold on, the harder sometimes to admit that there could be something new. There could be something better on the other side of that. So, and it robs you, holding on to all that old stuff and old stories. Oh, back when in high school I did this, and in college I did this, and or someone did this to me. That's just your memories. It isn't real. It's not here anymore. Certainly not serving you, because that's not your present life. So by living in the past, you're missing right now. You're missing where life happens. You're missing the beauty. You're missing the growing up of your grandchildren, the special moments of your garden, or out on the golf course. You're not fully present with your buddies, or fishing, whatever it might be. Here's the even more damaging part of all of this. Those memories, or those grudges, or those angers and resentments and hurts and shame, and get all those negative, low vibration feelings and memories, they get planted into your tissue, and they manifest as dis-ease, as illness. So you don't want that, do you? You don't want that for yourself. You want a quality of life. Yes, sure, you want to live a long life, but you want to live a quality of life. So it's vitally important to learn how to release, how to let go of these things that you're carrying, these burdens that you're carrying. Okay, So let's let go of the grip, right? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good. Yeah. So here's an exercise, 5 minutes. Identifying your rope, identifying that which is tying you back to the past, tying you down. I want you to think about something that you could be holding on to. Maybe it is a grudge. Maybe it's a missed opportunity or a relationship that you know is toxic for you. It's not good for you. An old belief about money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Another old belief about yourself could be, well, I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not handsome enough. I'm not fit enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not whatever that not enoughness stuff is. That's a belief. That's a rope around your waist. Close your eyes. Maybe it's a missed opportunity. Maybe it's a business that failed, or a business you didn't start, or something you didn't foster, or a promotion you didn't get, and you're blaming someone or something outside of yourself for all of those woes, which is a burden and not allowing you to fully receive and enjoy the present moment. So let's just close your eyes for a moment. Visualize this physical rope that's tied you into your room, that's tied you back, that's weighed you down, that's got you tied to that rock. Imagine it's tied right around your waist. How tight is it? Tighten it a little bit more. How does it feel? Does it feel heavy? This burden that you're carrying, is it heavy? You can even feel it in your body. Does it feel like it's in your belly? Does it feel like it's in your heart? We often carry these around our midsection, our solar plexus chakra. Now ask yourself, what would happen if I let go of this rope? If I untie the rope, what would happen? What new space or opportunity could open up in my life? Write down your thoughts. Whether you do this exercise now or do it later, you imagine whatever it is that might be holding you back to the past. You imagine it as a rope around your waist. You ask yourself, how tight is it? How heavy is it? This burden, this old story or old belief. Where do I feel it in my body? What color is it? Is it black? Is it red? What color? And you write it down. And as you write your thoughts down, you'll start to get more clarity around what is there, and what's present. And now let's talk about what it feels like. What happens when you do let go? And I understand, I empathize. I am here often of going through release. I release something every day, and sometimes those releases are easier than others. Maybe start with a small release. It's just like forgiveness. Start with a small forgiveness. Start with a small release, because it can be scary, But when we release, we free ourselves from this weight of the past, and we allow ourselves to move forward, lighter, empowered, happier, easier, more focused. This is transformation. Yeah. It feels like a lightness. Think of it like when you prune that tree that needs pruning, those low branches, and you prune the lower branches off the tree, and the tree looks lighter and more beautiful, right? You're pruning. You're pruning away the dead. You're pruning away the old so that new growth can come in. And when you do, you make space. You make space. And it doesn't mean that you forget. It doesn't mean that you forget the experience or the person or the relationship. You just recognize it as it was for then, and that it no longer needs to be here for you. It isn't serving you. If anything, it's holding you back in the old story. You create space, for new ideas, new connections, new experiences. And again, this full harvest supermoon is the perfect backdrop for this. So let's talk about a ritual that you can do tonight or tomorrow. And a ritual is brushing your teeth too, by the way. People hear ritual and they go, ooh. But any psychiatrist or psychologist will talk about the importance of ritual, routine, systems, things that are special, that are made more important than ordinary routine things. It's something that you say you're lighting a candle, you're creating a special practice around this. And you're going to write down what it is, write on a piece of paper, what it is you want to release. And why write it down? What is the power of journaling? Writing it down, particularly in cursive, is a creative process, and it is an actual connecting process from your heart to your mind and your spirit. It's a conscious connection. It brings forth, writing brings forth, that actual writing act, helps you release stream of consciousness, what's going on, the underlying story in your subconscious, and bringing it forward, making it conscious. So writing is very, very powerful. People say, oh, journaling. It's not about being a writer. It's about the releasing of the thoughts that are running. So many thoughts in our busy, busy lives. Write it down, what you want to release. Maybe it's a fear of heights. Maybe it's a fear of water or bumblebees. Maybe it's a habit you have, overeating, undereating, that's not supporting you in a healthy way. Maybe you're learning how to do intermittent fasting better and better. And so you want to reinforce that and let go of the habit of the self-sabotage that you do. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a job. Be as specific as you can. Write down what it is that you want to release. Light a candle. Light a candle. And as you do, say aloud, you ready for this intention? This is the intention. I am ready to let this go. It is safe to let this go. I let this go with ease and grace. And I allow whatever is coming in for me that is for my betterment, for my good, to arrive right on time. And so it is. Let's say that again. I am ready to let this go. It is safe to let this go. I let this go, and I let whatever is meant for me to come in for me, for my good and the good of all, right on time. And so it is. Okay? You can burn this piece of paper after you write it down. You can tear it up, do something symbolic with it. Use the candle to burn it safely on a plate or in the sink, whatever works for you. And that's the transmutation. That's why we burn incense. It's this transmuting from one form into another. It's the lightness of being. That's what you're doing when you're removing this gunk from you, is you're transmuting from one old heaviness, dark energy, into lightness, lighter energy, light energy. And as you watch this, get thrown into the garbage or burn up, watch this. As you watch it, imagine it lifting off your shoulders. Imagine it releasing from your life, from your tissue, your cell tissue, in your body, wherever you felt it. If you want to, and you felt that weight somewhere strongly in your body, and you saw a color, you could transmute the color. If it was black, transmute it to purple. If it was red, transmute it to orange or yellow or pink, love. You can do that. You're very powerful in that way. After you have done that, go into a receiving mode. Ask to receive goodness, wholeness, health, light, love, well-being, joy. Receive that. Feel it. Feel it come in through your crown chakra, through your tops of your head. Feel it circulate. I did this last night on my meditation, my Twin Hearts meditation for full moon last night with my friend Folly, who is my teacher, and we did this, and we imagined this blue, beautiful light healing and energizing our whole body and going through and circulating in our throat and our voice, giving our voice strength, healing our voice and energizing our voice, our heart, our solar plexus, our sacral chakra, our belly chakra, navel chakra, our root, sex chakra, and going through our legs and knees, strengthening our bones and muscles and joints, through our feet and through the bottoms of our feet into the earth, strengthening Mother Earth, our home, our only home for now, loving and taking care of her too. So after that release, take a deep breath and exhale. And you can breathe in the beautiful golden light and exhale the old heavy stuff. And if you want, you can just do another big cleansing breath. Exhale. Exhale however you feel it. If you feel a long, slow, easy exhale, or if you feel a more powerful exhalation, expulsing any of that. But can you breathe in peace and abundance and confidence and light and love, and exhale the old that doesn't serve you anymore? Letting go in everyday life. So we only have a minute or so left here. Letting go in everyday life. Sometimes letting go isn't something grand, and it's not some big ritual or even an affirmation. Sometimes it's about the small choices that we make daily. One powerful practice is learning to let go of control. And I use the serenity prayer for this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Trying to micromanage every little detail of your life is exhausting. It's frustrating. It's not possible, by the way. It only leads to stress and burnout and lack of balance. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you trust in the process. You allow more things to unfold naturally in the way that they serve you and they serve all. So here are a few tips to integrate the practice of letting go in your everyday life. Practice acceptance, as we just talked about. Accept things as they are. Accept situations and feelings that you have as they are, not as you wish them to be. You can't control everything, but you can control your response to them. Be present. When you're stuck in the past or you're worrying about the future, you're not truly having a present life. You're not living. Let go by focusing on the now. what's in front of you, what's within your control. How do you do that? Watch some of my videos on appreciation and some of our episodes on appreciation. Step into nature. You're very present when you're in nature. Meditation helps you be here now. Tune into your senses. Listen to a piece of music. Just do a quick close your eyes and what am I smelling right now? What am I tasting? How does my body feel right now? How do my feet feel on the ground? Grounding. All those things help you practice acceptance and practice presence. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and others. Holding on to resentment or guilt is like drinking poison every day, expecting the other person to get sick. If I hold on to this, you'll pay. It doesn't work that way. If you hold on to it, you pay. So don't hold on to it. Let it go. I forgive. I forgive myself. I forgive you. I forgive all others. Knowingly or unknowingly, if I have hurt anyone, please forgive me. Knowingly or unknowingly, if you have hurt me, I forgive you. Knowingly or unknowingly, anyone who has hurt me or who is hurting, I release them. I let them go. I forgive them. Please forgive me. Please let me go. The practice of forgiveness is just that. It's letting go. I think the last one is letting go of perfection. We see perfection everywhere. And when I say perfection, you are perfect in your own way, exactly as you are. You are enough. And you can say to yourself, I am enough. I am that I am. I am perfect exactly the way that I am. I don't need to do anything more, be anything more, say anything more, have any more. It's okay right the way I am, right now, right here. And by doing that, by the way, is when your other desires come in, the things that you are wishing for. It is a paradox, I know. But being happy with the here and now, and maybe not even happy, just accepting of it, acknowledging it for where you are and what you've realized and the failures that you've had and the successes that you've had, and saying all of them. I acknowledge all of them just the way they are. I acknowledge my partner just the way he or she is, right here, right now, with no changing. That's letting go. All right. So here's a quick closing meditation for today. I invite you to visit my YouTube channel, to engage with some of my words of the week. Go to angelamoonin.com. Take a look at the harmony method, which helps create balance, both inside and outside of your work and home. It works from the inside out, and it creates harmony for your life, your work, and your bank accounts. So sit quietly if you can. Just take a few minutes. We're not going to do a full meditation, but take a few moments to ground yourself for letting go. You take a deep breath in and out. And as you continue to breathe, just listen to my voice. Feel the weight of any burdens lifting from your shoulders, lifting off your chest, pulling away from your hips, your knees, all the things that have carried it this far. They don't need to carry it anymore. Feel it lift from you. And with each breath, it gets lighter and lighter. Now imagine untying that rope around your waist. It's very simple. You just look down and you untie it. And you say, I release that which no longer serves me. I move forward with grace and ease and lightness of being. I am safe. I trust this path I am on. It is safe to take the next step. I am at peace. I welcome the new and the beautiful. I welcome the resources. I welcome the joy. I welcome new experiences and new memories to create. Now imagine you've made your way down from your hotel room down to a beautiful hammock, and you can hear that waterfall in the pool. Or maybe you step in the pool. Whether you climb into the hammock or whether you step into the pool, it's cool, it's easy, it's soft. The light breeze is blowing on your face. Life is good and getting better. With each breath, feel the ease and the lightness of letting go. There's nowhere for you to be, nothing for you to do right now. You are here with you, and all is well. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and smile and realize that all is opening up for you. All is moving forward for you, more expansive, lighter, easier. And when you feel another rope around your belly, you just come to this same exercise, because there is more than one letting go. It is an ever unfolding process for life here on earth. You'll never get it all done. So enjoy the moment and let go so you can move forward. If you have any questions about this, I'd love to hear your comments, questions. You can email me also at bloomliketheflower@angelamoonin.com. I want to thank you for joining me today on Living Well today. And remember, letting go is not a one-time event. It's a repeat process. But each time in that ongoing practice, I want you to reassure yourself, and it took me a while to learn this. If you ever feel a setback, or if you ever thought, well, I thought I forgave, or I thought I let that go, and now here it's coming up again. It's just because maybe there's another layer to it, and you need to go deeper. So allow for that and go easy on yourself and say, oh, it's here because I must not have released it all. Okay, well, here we go again. Let's do this again. Let's go deeper this time. Easy peasy, easy peasy. As you move forward, trust that by releasing what no longer serves you, you're making space for new growth and opportunities. Stay tuned for more opportunities and more episodes. Live well every day, here in the present moment. Until next time, be kind to yourself and be moving forward. Much love. Bye for now.